You shall be saved out of it. It's not by your strength. It's the Heavenly Father intervening. Because I think it's in I think it's 1 Corinthians 4 or 1 Corinthians 6 talk about diverse gifts. Like the one for healing and one for working miracles. Where you think that working miracle is going to come in? Where do you think that working of miracles is going to come in? At the end of the day, as the brother was saying before the thing starts, is that we cannot fight Esau. If you could fight Esau, run from Esau, you need the Heavenly Father to intervene.
What King David call him? the Lord sword.
The Heavenly Father going to make these people go mad to bring judgment upon two-thirds of his people. You understand?
No, we need to finish.
Yeah. To bring judgment upon his people, right? But the Heavenly Father will also have mercy at the same time unto his elect, unto the righteous who actually cry and sigh. You understand? And yes, it have brothers who will be captured and be beheaded because John saw it. You know, yes, it will have men who will have to go through that, but it have others who will be actually saved, you know, and actually be safe. Because when I read Mark, I think it's Mark 1, talking about some of them when face death until they see the Heavenly Father come.
Yep.
You understand? So it's going to be all wrong chaos all across the globe on all scales.
I just want to say too, even we know some of us had to go. Some of us have to pass away. The Lord said that some of us would die. You understand? Revelation mentioned that them that will be beheaded for not stooping down to the beast and the mark. It mentioned some of us we would perish. We perish even through sicknesses and so forth. It would be so. You know, majority of the people who watch might not know that we had a brother recently passed away, and before we had brothers pass away. But that's the point on Job is this. 1 Thessalonians 4. We mentioned what? It said the dead shall rise with the Lord first. Yeah. So they coming back with the Lord one time. You understand? So even alive or dead,
you have a
reward to receive. You understand? And the Lord said, your reward is going to be with him if you perish for him. You understand? And what a greater reward you want than that.
Yeah, I think it's Philippians 1 verse 20. Speak about that. If we die, whether we live or we die unto the Lord.
That's right.
Understand?
I have a picture when we are talking about this now.
Yes,
it said in 2 Esdras 9, I start from 7, they say, even one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith.
By his works and by faith. So important. So important. And the works consists of you actually keeping the things that the Lord say as well.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, and in everyday life, 24/7, they actually living to please the Most High.
Yeah.
You understand? Not just doing videos and coming out on the street, which is the majority of the ministry.
Yeah.
But when you are alone, living in the system, what are you doing when no brothers are around? All that the Heavenly Father looking at, you know? It's an all wrong work now, but it's an all wrong work to say like, yes, this is my son, he was just. Yeah. He had a clean thing towards me and he was just, so we will save him.
Obey even more in the absence.
You understand? More in the absence, because at the end of the day, you know how niggas just think, you know how Jake's just think. Once nobody ain't seeing you, you could do it. You understand? And play coming in front of the cameras and feel like, you know, yeah, son. But the Heavenly Father see it.
Is that all wrong Israelite?
That all wrong Israelite. You know?
You see, and by works and by his works and by faith, whereby ye are believed, it says shall be preserved from the said perils.
Preserved from the what?
Preserved from the said perils.
And what's the Most High giving it? You see, like a new game, when you read the instructions and little cheat codes and things, the little nuggets the Most High saying you want to be saved in that time?
Do what you have to do.
Works and faith. You understand? Do what you have to do. You understand? The Most High go say, well, if you want, because the Most High is a man that he cannot lie.
Can.
You understand? Continue.
Let's hope before I continue there, let's bring something up. Oh, they can't hold on.
go 5.
5, eh? No hard it here,
Winning troubles. 5-5-19.
Yeah, right, yeah. I know hard it here. As I did mention, as you mentioned that we wouldn't, you know,
Yeah,
we
we
get touched.
we said check that out.
Yeah. Let's Job 5, verse I'll start from verse 19. It says, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So as the brother said, we will be going through perils. But the Lord says what? That He shall deliver you in 6. And yet in 7 there shall no evil touch you. And a 7 won't be what? The greatest of all the calamities that the Lord mentioned. Even the nukes.
Yeah, so
Understand?
and some of those are completions, you know,
Yeah.
that's when it's done.
It say in famine He shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shall thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Because that next thing two people realize that the beasts of the earth in that given time, it going be at an all time. They say it jump from 0 to 100 quick.
Yeah.
That is where it going to be with them beasts on them. And the Lord mentioned was somebody going to bring beasts on here that they never see before.
All of them gonna be
Understand?
hungry.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be hungry.
For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So I'm telling you all how the Lord go and protect you. You understand? From all these things. They say, and thou shalt know that the tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. So you go ahead. That's only show that the Lord will be with you.
And then before you start, as I say that, there's nothing after the famine and thing, right? And here how deep this thing go. The scripture said what? Everything was written for aforetime was written for what? Our learning. What Yahweh side promised the disciples, that the things that I do, you go do even greater. What did Yahweh side did? He take how much bread and how much fish and fed how much?
Multiplied, yeah.
A multitude.
I think the thing is 5 and you take 5,000 and next time was 7,000.
Exactly. And that is what one of the things Yahweh side did. Right? And if you say that we will shall do greater, in that time when the working of miracles happen, that we'll have brothers, it might be you, might be me, might be him, who will have to feed a multitude of people, you know.
Might feed your family or
You understand? Well, we might get the spirit of power to actually make bread out of nothing. That was right said before he died, you remember that? He said, boy, we'll make bread out of stone.
Brothers might be able to see things that they never see before.
or do things that I would
Do
never
things
I
they
never
never
did.
did before.
Because you will need that spiritual intervention.
Okay.
Because the place is going to get so hectic that you never lived like that before.
And when you say my servant shall eat,
My
he
servant
will
shall
make a way to
eat.
be able to make
Exactly.
you eat. And he could do it in any way. Manna, turning something into
So
food,
exactly.
anything.
And it happened in the past. Because your house I did it and he promised that what they see me do, I'll go do even greater, boy. But I fed 7,000, but if it has no food left in the whole and there's one man the most I think about
Yes, sir.
right here what's going on.
You might-
power.
You might
Feed.
multiply bread, you might make bread.
Exactly. You might do so because even greater, you know that's even greater? You understand? Now your faith level has to be now, but your faith level has to be thing. And this is what this truth separates us from this world. Because we don't think like the average person. The average person will think that's impossible. What are you talking about? Thing.
Because they believe in things that are seen.
Exactly.
Not in things that are not seen.
But you know,
Say, from set perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning.
so the elect was sanctified from the beginning. The hope for the elect. You know?
Which is the next thing people doesn't, especially in Christianity, they don't believe in ordinance. They believe that faith can be changed.
Ordinance is a thing Christianity don't like.
I hear them talk about it. They believe that faith can be changed. They don't believe that what happened to Adam and Eve was set to be that way. They believe it just happened. Everything does just happen. They don't believe in ordinance. They don't believe in,
Sure, it's
in
set.
destiny.
When the Lord was talking that, and he already know, because he already know
Yeah,
that
because-
going to happen.
He said, man,
Yeah,
no.
Romans 8, you know, the creature was made into such a vanity.
It was made out of vanity.
Yeah. He knew, but he created it, so
Yeah.
he knew. Because surprise the Heavenly Father. All people are doing it to surprise the Most High.
And that's the next thing. And our next thing that does can't comprehend, they just can't look at the Most High from that perspective. Just like how with Moses. When he sent Moses to go and take Pharaoh, but on the next side, he hardened Pharaoh so Pharaoh wouldn't listen. People don't look at the Most High from that perspective.
I'm so going to be balling, boy. So come on, say just now, boy.
No, and in that time they're going to hide themselves. And they're going to be looking for Lamar.
Arms like this. That's C19 going on.
6 feet, 6 feet.
I feel woman, they're proud now, boy. They are proud.
Right.
She walking like she proud. Nobody can tell she nothing.
They say that at start, rise up ye women that are at ease, because in that time, that ease going and depart.
And I say, well, so, yeah, you talk real truth just now, you know. I just say, well, you really think men going to be studying for to save women? Men going to study that because the scripture says what? Men can't go be on the long ball. They had nothing to eat, but that woman and that one dead.
And they even show you that in certain apocalyptic movies like Book of Eli. The only thing they use women for was to capture other men and just rape them whenever they feel like. It was revealed as nothing important. In that time of calamity, nobody studying them.
Because they don't even know they don't even know the basis of what it takes to survive.
Yeah, survive.
You understand? Majority of these women, they will go on the YouTube and watch a makeup tutorial. You understand? How to put on the makeup, and they go teach a child that. Right? A man, it's a man. They don't do that.
Teach us some skills.
They go and teach us some skill, and them it men will be on YouTube watching how to build a camp, right?
Yeah. Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So in that time, that is why it's going to show you that is why even Isaiah say what a man going to be what a covering from the wind.
Yeah.
You understand? A hiding place.
Because when shit happen, men good at figuring shit out.
Yeah.
Women
because
no.
again, men are the strength. That is why we deem above them. You understand?
Take away the internet, take away here, take away makeup and all these things.
Technology.
And technology done. And what a woman will survive. See that what
she go watch you. What you mean? She go watch you.
I don't find for myself.
Some of these women, they wear too much makeup, and that time if they can't get that and that makeup was on the face, you gonna think they're a different person.
No, not just that. Remember, they'll be hungry too.
Yeah.
So they'll not only be looking bad for no makeup, but they'll be starving. So you might want to go and look.
I smell that very stink.
Like I remember somebody somebody put up a video with doomsday preppers, right? And people was laughing, man. And my woman was laughing. Men was laughing too. How they can take their money and do this, doomsday thing. And I was like, these people really don't know where it is coming to them, man. They don't really know that them same doomsday preppers will be waiting for you with a gun before they come close to the place.
And they will shoot you. No questions.
Actually, in that time, you, woman, man, child, whatever it is, in that time, a calamity, people don't care.
See, a man shall not pity upon his neighbor.
Yeah. Like a cannibalism, Ezekiel talk about that. They say what? Eat
Eat the own flesh and drink the own blood.
If they can't fend for themselves, what they go do? What they going to be acting into?
If you have no food, yeah.
You understand?
You're going to go and take from somebody else, or you're going to eat somebody.
And this is why, when I really check it out on a spiritual level, that plenty, majority of the people in the place that they are living in two different life levels, you know. There are people who could survive, like vagrants and things could survive. It's them gonna be the ones to survive.
By force, yeah, because they always have to look for food and hunt for this.
Exactly, so them will be the ones to survive. Look at that, eh? What will be the ones to survive that?
Imagine a woman flocking to a vagrant. Feed me now, please.
Yes, these bombs, yes. These are the ones who will be like, yeah. Oh. You understand? And the ones who actually have this system to depend on.
The comfort will be gone.
The comfort will be gone, so they will have nothing. So imagine how it's going to be.
They're going to commit suicide.
You understand? Plus people going there.
That's what I say too, that in that day, the scriptures mention about it have spirits made for vengeance. And that's what I say something. In that day, it have men praying. It have men praying for that day to happen, so that they could go on and ravage in the street.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah, them same women, I was saying when you see pass just now.
Yeah.
If a day pass that police not answering calls, who you feel they're going on visit first? They're going on visit she first.
So it's going to be, that's the time we're coming into. You know? That's the time. Again, a voice of fear and not of peace. A time of pain and a time not of no laughing time.
Can.
You know?
It's not a mirth.
All that joy, yeah. It's, even the triple mention, I say the mirth of the land shall go, shall disappear. You understand? When you look at mirth, it means to be what? Happy. The happiness is going to disappear.
And the elites gave the world a taste of that, eh? When they take away all the football and the basketball and all these things.
You know, people was in pain.
Yeah. You understand? The elites give you a taste of what really coming. You understand?
And they shut it in the background too.
Yeah.
And they shut it in the background. Because I remember telling that last week in the football world. Right now, games getting cancelled as a game show up, it getting cancelled. You know?
Because why? The most I take another merit, boy. The most of this place, boy, the happiness, the laughter,
The joy.
the joy of this place.
It's
You know that this scripture says, good up your loins.
Yeah, good. Everybody Lord say better to be in a house a morning.
Morning, boy. And the first your house is perfect, boy. He's just perfect. Everything he was talking was just perfect. When the man said, Master, what can I do to inherit everlasting life and follow you? By the outside and say, boy, but sell everything I have.
If that would be perfect.
If God will sell everything I have
and come and follow me.
come true. And come and follow me.
Give up everything and
Give
come
up
and follow me.
everything. And the man could not do that. He hold on to the world, he hold on to what he has, he hold on to possession and stuff. And you know, but your house side knew he was not going to follow him.
Yeah.
You understand? But your house side that was made for example unto us.
Yeah.
If we just let go of this world and just let go of everything within.
And even if you think from it spiritually, soon you would have no choice but to let it go. Or you'll have to conform.
Or you have to conform.
Or you're gonna have to conform. You
That's
understand?
why he even when he catch the disciples in the temple, he tell them, he say, hey, what are you doing here? He said, no rock shall be unturned.
Yeah, you
We
study this for.
said here for, we said here temple, boy, get up, let me go. You understand?
Hit the streets.
And that's it. The way is so perfect is that, if, as I mentioned before, everything is written for example unto us, and you can understand the reasons why the Lord said not to stay, not to know temple, why to get rid of your stuff, because when the time to come, that's going to be useless. What really going to stand at that time is not building.
Yeah,
It's not your bedroom. It's not your family. At that point in time, it's you versus whatever it is. And that is what the Lord said. That's why the Lord gives you characteristics on what to build upon. Your faith, hope, belief, patience. All these other things the Lord tell you to build up yourself on.
can.
You understand? Because that in that particular day, that is what going and save you. Isaiah 33 verse 6. You know, wisdom and knowledge shall be your what? Your stability of that time. So when you go to the wisdom and knowledge, what it is, this word.
Can.
You understand? That's all. Before I continue, the brother mentions, this is Deuteronomy 32, verse 4. It say he is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a God of truth and without iniquity, just and right is he. So all his ways are judgment, but he says his work is perfect. So even if it's judgment, that work is what? Perfect. If that is what it is, it's perfect. This place will be cleansed by fire, that is a perfect work. You know?
Is the unrighteousness with the Most High? No. So God forbid.
Brother is actually going to meet the Father in this truth, whether they suffer from sickness or what. Work is perfect still.
Work is perfect.
Yeah.
It was already ordained or predestinated that you go that way.
We feel he can pay. He's one of them men who
what Paul said? I run my course. You understand? Run my course. Did what I don't. Did what I cannot do. What I had to do.
Why Paul wanted to die?
Yeah,
No, but
Paul
only one of them didn't die, which was John.
What was-
The rest of them died.
John,
But I said, Paul wanted to die. Paul saying, boy, I am not dead. I'm going to be outside. But it's needful for me to be here to teach all this. You understand? This is the kind of mindset Paul
John
had.
didn't die, but he went through.
He went through
Through
hell.
hell.
Yeah, he went to torture.
And you see, that's probably one of the reasons why that the things that they had to go through in the truth that they prefer to leave. Even like when Job went through, he went through other prophets too. Even Jeremiah.
Jeremiah
He said, curse be the day I was born.
Yeah.
He said, curse be the man that bring good gifts for me.
Yeah.
You know?
And so many times Jeremiah had also flee. Remember the king I think was looking for him?
Yeah, he went through
Baruch.
hell.
He had to give Baruch the scroll. And tell Baruch leave. You understand?
I say, who is me, boy? Oh, who going to deliver me? When
Who?
because
And that
he see that. He saw it. He saw it.
It's not nice.
Especially And now when the nations come in, especially for you Israelites out there, this is why we just always preach repentance.
Yeah, repentance.
No, repentance is always the message. Repent and turn back to your How about Hashem shall that He may have mercy upon you all.
Because the kingdom is nigh.
The kingdom is nigh.
You understand? And this is when you talk about Ezra, when Ezra seen everything, he said, nah, he said, bring everything now. Bring back everybody
Judge
now.
everybody at
Judge
once.
everybody one time.
Yeah.
Let me get this over with.
Yeah.
Let me get this over with one time.
Said this how to continue, papi.
Nah, bring
do it
everybody.
now.
Yeah, the angel, I don't have to rebuke him.
Just get real rebuke, but he
Yeah,
said
just get ready to rebuke.
real things was revealed unto him, so he understood the level of things that had to
I think
take
even
place.
even he get to see that Moses see the end then.
He get to see real thing.
You understand?
And he even get explained to him too. That a lot of things that a lot of prophets didn't get, even certain things that Daniel and all that Daniel didn't even understand. He get a lot of things explained to him that other prophets
Yeah.
didn't get explained to
To the
them.
point where you and Ezra mentioned that Moses get to see that the ending. And you thinking that Ezra really say, I don't know, man, Ezra said the angel, yo, bring back everybody. Let me deal with this judgment now. Yeah, and the angel tell him, yo, can't bring back. Just like a woman makes a child after a thing, same with the earth. That they come after, you know?
And just like Paul was, he was concerned for his brethren Israel. He was concerned for Israel. You understand?
Even Paul is in Philippians mentioned that he cried for the men that did fall.
Or the enemies to the cross.
Yeah, he cried, but you see at the end of the day, they lead themselves to what? To destruction. You understand? So you can see, at that point in time, you see all of that. You're writing, you're seeing all the things going on. Paul was like, hey, around the course, it's time to go.
And that's why when you see men come and they actually die in the word, you'll be sad, but you'll be happy that they're going to finish the course.
Yes.
When you see men fall out, that is when it is have a, because they didn't finish nothing. They abandoned the ship.
Yeah, they
You
have
understand?
remember the loss of the world. When you read James 1, they said you can't see the most high time place is yours drawn away by your own loss.
God.
Understand? Drawn away by your own loss. Understand?
Actual time or the time was? It was about 10,
Hey.
14.
And they say the message will always be repentance. Repentance unto Israel, repentance unto Yasharala. Hopefully the elect will be sealed so that the wind, because we don't feel the winds already.
Yeah.
As you were talking earlier, you see the troubles coming in from the earth, so that the winds
In all parts, eh?
in all
In all
parts.
parts, yeah, like before, you might have just watch something happen in one country and you be
Yeah.
like, wait, what if that happen here, boy?
Yeah.
You understand?
Now it's all over.
No, it's all over.
And all of them adapting to, you see, and that just to show you, you see all the government like they are agreeing to one thing.
And
What are you symbolizing?
when you look at it, right, it happened on a worldwide basis. And when you look at the institute that governing it, it started with a W, which means world. And it. So I don't want to say the whole thing, but it happened in all over.
You remember we were talking about before we started the video, like all the destructions that mentioned in the scriptures, right? All Tower Babel, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, all these things. All that destruction are written. Esau doing all the things that these people was doing that what they was destroyed for. All the things that these people was destroyed at separate times. Right? Tower Babel was a different destruction. Sodom and Gomorrah was a different time. Egypt, different time.
Babylon.
Nineveh. All these other things that was written. Babylon. Persia. All these things.
For all we know, the Pope could be drinking from the man cups right
Yeah,
now. For all we know, he can be drinking from the man
so
cups.
all the things that they was destroyed for, Esau doing and continuing to do. They're trying to bring that Tower Babel system, one world. They're trying to, I need to tell you about
Don't have the S&D.
They don't, as I say, that's not they want to bring it. It's already here.
It's already here, yeah.
Because one government, it have no government, there's no country rebelling against it. All the government is for it, and the ones who rebel, they snipe them out.
Even the ones who in contra against the US, like Russia and so
Yes.
forth, they're doing it too in their own way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They do it too in
One accord. And I think it's put in announcing. It's gonna be harsh and more penalties for the UV from next year.
Yeah, sure. If I'm from
Because all of them following one agenda.
So I did talk about it. Just like how the Heavenly Father created the raised back of the temple of David spiritually across the four globe. There's not no physical temple. How high it is, no? Is the brothers waking up?
I don't want to say, I spoke of Malone and the Christianity, they say it's a literal temple.
So it's the same thing on the left hand side. They're doing the whole order and they're doing the Tower of Babel.
So, yeah.
But on the left hand side, so all across the globe, it's the same
Everybody
thing.
back here to do it.
Yeah, everybody's back here today. That is what the Lord say, just like the days of Noah, eating and drinking. That's his spirit come back to do the same thing.
Nimrod somewhere to do the thing.
Yeah, Nimrod somewhere. The two men who pays the Lord, they're here. You understand what I'm saying? You know who it is, but the Lord distinctively tell you, hey, these men
Pierce me.
These men pierce me,
Yeah.
so
And
you
the
know
eye
what?
shall see him
And
even
the
then
eye shall
I pierced
see him
him.
come, yeah. These men are the seamen. These men are the seamen.
And I want to see
And you
all
know
the
anything
two.
about it? And the Lord will put back that memory in their head.
God.
But you remember when only do this? We talk. Nah.
Remember now?
Yeah.
You go back in a second, it's just
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
They say, below verse 3, right? They say, sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Right? They say, fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
Fire, what?
The fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
So who fire is sent among them? Who will quench it, right? You can't turn back what does the Lord send. Shall even be done in a city?
Isaiah, I say like I was shot from a strong archer.
Yeah. Come on. If I want to shoot on a literal bow and I run across, yeah, shoot. You could turn back that? You can't. It is going to fulfill the cause. That's how perfect the metaphors is. And how perfect the sayings is that you can't turn back an archer. And the scripture says, talking about a strong archer, you can't turn back that.
No, I think that one is the extra. So I think the one in
Exodus 16,
Isaiah,
second Exodus
in
16.
Isaiah talk about the word go out that do not turn back until
Which one are you reading it? 15?
16 I reading.
16? In the beginning of 16, talk about the strong archer.
Yeah, I think I seen it here.
Yeah.
It say verse 5. It say plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
So plagues are on the way. What plagues? And one of the major plagues is what? The ICBMs. You understand? That is the major plague. But plagues,
Oh,
you know?
plagues, yeah, like pestilence and so forth.
Pestilence, yeah, well, the pestilence right now is the
you know,
killing everybody.
Yeah.
And that's one that one of the pestilence the Heavenly
you
Father
believe-
plague in Egypt with.
you believe. you know, it's facts we speaking that this thing killing, it plaguing everybody wherever it is. And you know, YouTube got deemed as misinformation or something. The internet got deemed it as misinformation, but it should just show how the control.
I get some videos flagged the other day from way back when I do
I had one or two that get
I want to look at
flagged,
the title, is V titles. I get my videos get removed, yes. But they didn't give me a strike because I had uploaded way back in the past now. But they removed the video, same medical misinformation.
Right now I have a strike on my page here. They say 1-1 and alright,
Party done.
party done. You know?
Yeah.
That way some of the brothers going to Odyssey.
Yeah, I have a little Odyssey channel there, man. I
think
don't know how to upload the videos yet. But I still play with it now, boy, you know?
To figure it out.
At,
Figure it out.
Do you have an app?
Neither.
Neither
So I go on
the
and Google.
Oh.
And Google Odyssey.
On the
And
side.
download it from Google, yeah. They send an email and thing. It's real bad. It's sending an email everything.
So yeah, I'm second, just 16 verse 6. They say, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may any man quench the fire in stubble when it had begun to burn? They say, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
Yeah, so when something fire when the Heavenly Father sends something, and you know what, everything is just perfect calculated, as I read earlier, at a appointed time. Every single thing was at appointed time.
Everything good.
Every single thing from the Heavenly Father is for appointed time. You can't turn it away. You
No.
can't change the Heavenly Father's mind.
Even a good example of that is Sodom and Gomorrah. You give them a time to change. And upon the time, that judgment to receive.
And
You give him a test, you say, if it have 10, and the fail.
And the fail.
And the fail.
So it's also time to see if you would get 10. You didn't get 10 at all.
Because he know he did not.
Yeah, no,
He know all it had was lot in the family.
Yeah.
And not even that the whole family because his wife ended up dying.
Yeah,
So
it was just he and the 2 daughters.
Understand? And I said earlier to the take away the milk from the thing. You know when all these celebrities that know and celebrated the world, you know they're suffering now. Their basketball and all these things closed down. That's it. That's it. What they really have.
yeah, no way to get paid, nothing. No way to get
Nothing.
endorsed.
Nothing.
And the same money that they accumulate, all the millions, if they don't comply, they will get cut off from them.
Yeah, because it's already in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
If they get money from the bank soon is the next thing by itself.
And
It's not the next thing by itself. Go ahead.
Right? You see, verse 10, it says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall strengthen, and who shall not utterly be beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. It said, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. It said, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power.
To show how powerful it is that even in the reading book of Habakkuk chapter 3, Habakkuk tell the Lord, in the time of your wrath, remember mercy. I show the kind of pain come out that even when he destroy any place, right? You see, but he even asks like, Lord, what is he doing?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, what do you ocean doing?
Plus
like,
he getting on
like,
bad.
What you doing, man? What do you want
Yeah.
to do, man? You know,
Plus he
like,
getting on bad.
yeah, but then when they see the chariots come back and the chariots start to do the thing, and see IBM, the script, that's the earth will rock to and fro. No? And all them ICBMs and chariots and things, you can imagine that all-out war.
like how they like to say a tectonic shift. You could get a
Tsunami,
tectonic
some
shift.
all over.
Yeah,
That's it.
tsunami.
In 1
Earthquake.
hour, everything will be powder.
1 hour, no?
Everything in Babylon will be powder. Say verse 13, right? It's the second, just 16 verse 13. Say, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. It say, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
It ends at the world. There's one part of the world to the next. And they have the technology because the Heavenly Father gave them the technology to do that. Understand? Esau don't understand that they got pit for himself. Understand? They got pit for himself. Because he thinking that in his mind that he could offset the prophecies or he will actually reign. You know, when they cause all this chaos upon the earth and they go into the bunkers, he thinking that he will come out and he will reign. Understand?
I will ascend above the clouds and I will be like the Most High.
Yeah, understand?
No, you not, Negro.
Oh, the Most High will put the Most High has something special for you.
Say verse 14, say, behold, the plagues are sent, and who shall turn again until they come upon the earth?
Can?
It say, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
So everything that you see in here, is just temporal.
Right.
That's why I was telling the man, forget what you have and come and follow me. You understand? Forget what you have here, everything temporal. And you can actually see that on a daily. It have people like it had a woman on my work. You know, she was working shift after shift to finish her place. And this play come and take her. So, you understand? So her whole life and her whole existence was to work double shift and double
And
shift
she
and
didn't
double
even
shift.
get to enjoy
And
it.
she didn't even get to enjoy. You
She
understand?
labor was in vain.
The labor was in vain. You
She
understand?
should have been, as you say, she should be rich towards the Lord.
Exactly. And this is the only way you can be rich towards the Lord. Doing what he said. You know, humbling yourself and coming back unto repentance.
Right, you say like verse 16, it said like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returned not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
So the plagues that are going to be sent upon the earth shall not return again. That what the Lord say what? The plague shall be sent and you shall do what? Remain in them. Meaning that you're not going to come out from it.
So that by itself telling you what, this thing that the thing that things gonna get better and it's going to go away It's not going and return again. It's not. When the Lord released those plagues time of destruction, it's staying there. And it's going and get worse. Or something worse going and come after.
And it's all that we now say. It's going to get worse and worse is going to come. The scripture already mentioned this is what the beginning of sorrows.
Come.
You understand? And the beginning of sorrows, when you hear the word sorrows, it sounds like anything else. I don't know what Bible Christianity reading and seeing all these things and think it's going to get better.
You see, and that's the problem with Christianity. They don't read the Bible.
They don't read the Bible.
They only know this, the favorite scripture, John 3:16,
There's only go by.
and the Messiah wept. That's the only thing they knew.
There's only
They
go
love
by the
that.
teachings
And the
of
blood, and the blood.
Christianity.
And the blood.
And the blood.
Let's go by the teachings. They don't go by the actual reading of the book itself.
And by the blood.
And they don't take into action. Like how we trying to take it into action, whatever we hear, we try to apply it. They don't do that.
They had their own scene that is handled when it comes to them things.
But
You see, verse 17, 2 16, verse 17, it say, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? It said the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. It said the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. It said,
what?
shall stand in fear.
So you know the kind of shit going to happen when the powers going to stand in fear.
and who's the powers? Powers that be.
Dr. Keats?
Yeah. all the elites of this world, all the elites of and all different governments of the whole world, they're going to be standing fair.
They're going to be hiding themselves away because they understand if they're out there.
That's why there are bunkers like recently. It have information. It have a video showing that a bunker man built. And if you see that bunker that man built,
It's big.
you don't even know a bunker there, right? But that way he just make a bunker. He doesn't even know a bunker there. But the underneath it, it's huge.
It's not a GTA bunker.
Nah, it is a GTA bunker.
It's a GTA bunker.
It's big. GTA bunker big. So it's big, and it had people. I remember I see comments. That was just this week. People are comments like, "Why this man built this bunker so big?" Or
Yeah.
why?
They go find out
They
just
will
now.
find out just now.
Just now they go find out. You want to make sure you know storage.
Yeah, because why would somebody waste their whole life or think trying to build a bunker?
Millions upon millions of dollars.
They
Yeah.
had to understand. They had to understand because all the elites then had the bunkers stuck already.
To start with, rich people don't waste money. You understand? So if you would spend so much millions on a bunker, that should tell you something by common sense.
Yeah.
That should tell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I guess what's in the boss is most I got.
No, we don't celebrate Christmas, man.
Christmas, man.
Well, that's what I respect all the religion.
Yeah, man.
Hindu, my family, Muslim, Christian, this, that, Jehovah, all the gods.
Alright.
Respect our most I God.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
We are one God, but different forms. Respect.
You see, marriage? Right. You see verse 19, it say, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge scourges for amendment. It say
amendment.
for amendment.
Yeah.
It say, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
And we're always mindful of the scourges. And that alone separates the righteous from the unrighteous. Yeah, all these things the Most High said and they're still not mindful.
No, they